For this week, I chose to analyze the unique setting within the novel I'm currently reading, which is Dracula by Bram Stoker. Before I really get into the big elements of style, I wanted to analyze the setting. From the first few pages of this novel, it's really obvious that geography and setting are going to play such an important role. Our narrator really gives us a step-by-step view of all of the places and people and things that he sees on his way to visit Count Dracula. He uses very vivid imagery to sort of paint this picture that exists within our mind's eye. The way that the narrator describes things here is the main focus. The beauty of the landscape and the elegance of the castles are one thing, but when the narrator speaks about people, it's an entirely different thing. The way he describes them really sets this eerie mood in the novel. For example, in the first few pages of the text, the narrator describes the different races of the people he sees. He says, the strangest figures we saw were the Slovaks, who were more barbarian than the rest. This gives an eerie feeling about the different types of people this person's coming in contact with. But the bigger issue I wanted to address this week was the way the author wrote this story. The point of view is really interesting here. I haven't really read many stories that are told like this. The author uses a series of journal entries and letters to convey the actions that are happening within this story. We never actually see things as they're taking place. Rather, we see them and they're described in the past tense. These journal entries and letters allow us to get sort of this unbiased view of all of the actions that are occurring. We do get some bias and some opinion, but the fact that it's all letters and journal entries and things that have happened in the past tense allow the reader now to have all these materials at hand to make a judgment about things that are happening. We get this sort of outside looking in point of view. We get to see into these people's lives after these things have already happened. And this allows us to have an unbiased view of things to allow us to make the judgment.